Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing with the hematology series, diving into our second topic in anemias, which is megaloblastic anemia. We will explore what megaloblastic anemia is, why it happens, and the role of the essential vitamins like B12 and folate. The term megaloblastic comes from two parts: megalo meaning large and blast meaning immature or precursor cell. So megaloblastic literally means large immature cell. Now what's the relationship between vitamin B12, folate, and red blood cell synthesis? Now as you can see, both vitamin B12 and folate, which is also called vitamin B9, are essential for healthy red blood cell production, because they play a central role in DNA synthesis and cell division. The bone marrow. So vitamin B12 is also called cobalamin, and this vitamin is required for DNA synthesis, which is essential for all dividing cells. And without vitamin B12, red blood cells precursors can't complete their division properly, and instead they remain large and immature, leading to megaloblastic anemia. Also, in addition to blood production, this vitamin is crucial for maintaining nerve health by supporting the myelin production. Myelin, now as we know, is a protective covering of nerves. Any deficiency in B12 may lead to neurological symptoms and diseases. Vitamin B12 is mainly found in animal-based foods like meat, dairy, and eggs. Now moving to folate, this vitamin is especially important during periods of rapid growth, such as in pregnancy, infancy, and adolescence. It's also a water-soluble vitamin. Now, this vitamin is found in leafy green vegetables, beans, and nuts. Because it's water-soluble vitamin, the body doesn't store it in large amounts, so it's essential to consume folate-rich foods regularly. Now, folate is essential for the production of nucleotides. As you know, the nucleotides are the forming blood of DNA. And especially, folate is required to synthesize thymidine. It's one of the 4 nucleotides bases in DNA. So without sufficient folate, cells can't divide properly. In red blood cell precursors, this leads to incomplete cell division and the formation of large, immature cells called megaloblasts. So these cells will be unable to function effectively as mature red blood cells, which will lead to nuclear abnormalities. Now let's move to vitamin B12. B12 plays a critical role in the same cycle the folate is involved in, helping to regenerate folate to its active form. Specifically, B12 is a cofactor in the conversion of active folate back into the active form. So, if B12 is lacking, folate remains trapped in its inactive form, and this limits DNA synthesis and also disturbs red blood cell production, resulting in immature, large megaloblasts, as you can see. So what will be the result of this deficiency? So as we said before, the bone marrow produces megaloblasts, which are oversized and underdeveloped red blood cell precursors. Also, this cell has large nucleoli due to incomplete DNA synthesis. So you can see the difference between the size of megaloblastic cell and size of normal red blood cell. In addition, megaloblasts don't serve as long as healthy red blood cells, and they aren't as effective in transporting oxygen. So in megaloblastic anemia, the red blood cells, because they are immature, they can't carry oxygen as a normal, healthy red blood cell. And they can't survive as long as a healthy red blood cells, as you can see. So all of this will lead to megaloblastic anemia. Now the symptoms are similar to the types of other anemia, such as fatigue, weakness, and shortness of breath. However, some symptoms are specific to vitamin B12 deficiency, such as numbness, memory issues, or mood changes. Now let's move to diagnosis. A CBC will show a low hemoglobin level and an increase in the mean corpuscular volume, the MCV. It will be more than 100 femtoliters. A high MCV is a hallmark of megaloblastic anemia and indicates macrocytic large red blood cell. The red blood cell count may be normal or low. Hypersegmented neutrophils are often seen, which is a classic sign of megaloblastic anemia. So this is regarding CBC. Now moving to the blood smear. Under the microscope, this will reveal large and oval-shaped red blood cells, which is a typical sign of megaloblastic anemia. Now, as you can see in the photo, here we can see under the microscope ovalocytes and hypersegmented neutrophils. This is a hypersegmented neutrophil, and also in some of them we can see whole jolly bodies. And we can also measure B12 and B9 levels. The normal levels of B12 are between 200 to 900 picogram per milliliter. And the serum folate is usually between 3 and 17 nanogram per milliliter. And finally, the treatment. To prevent megaloblastic anemia, a diet rich in vitamin B12 and folate is essential. But to treat the megaloblastic anemia, we could use vitamin B12 supplementation. This can be given through diet, oral supplements, or injections. Especially if there's an absorption issue, we would use the injections, they are better. And folate can usually be restored with diet and supplements depending on the severity of the deficiency. And that's it for megaloblastic anemia. Thanks for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful. See you next time.